When did you realize you had to protect your child from your partner? The judge granted me sole custody in less than 10 minutes. My ex, David, just sat there looking stunned, like he couldn't believe his natural healing philosophy had backfired so spectacularly. Our son, Leo, has epilepsy. It's controlled by a single, twice-a-day medication. It costs about $50 a month. For the first year after our separation, everything was fine. Then David got into a new wellness community. He started talking about toxins, energy fields, and the body's innate ability to heal. I thought it was harmless nonsense, until Leo started having seizures again, breakthrough seizures the doctors couldn't explain. His levels were all over the place. I was giving him his medication every morning like clockwork. David had him on weekends. I'd send the pill organizer with him, each day clearly marked. When I asked David if he was giving Leo the meds, he'd get defensive. "Of course I am," he'd say, his voice dripping with that calm superiority he'd adopted. "But maybe we should be asking what toxins are causing this, instead of just pumping him full of chemicals." That's when a cold dread started to creep in. I checked the pill container when it came back on Sunday nights. It always looked right, but Leo's condition was getting worse. He was lethargic, missing school. He had a major seizure at the playground and we spent 2 nights in the hospital. While he was sleeping, I cried in the hallway and a nurse came to comfort me. She asked if there was any chance he was missing doses. I told her no. Then she said something that stuck with me. Sometimes the capsules can be opened. The next weekend, before David picked Leo up, I did something that felt insane. I used a tiny needle to poke a minuscule, almost invisible hole in the bottom of each gelatin capsule. On Sunday night, after Leo was in bed, I took the returned pill container into the bathroom and emptied the capsules for the upcoming week onto a white piece of paper. The pills from the weekend were pristine, not a single mark. He had been opening the capsules, dumping the medicine, and refilling them with powdered sugar. It was meticulous and monstrous. I knew no one would believe me. It was my word against his, so I set a trap. I bought a tiny camera, the kind that looks like a USB charger, and plugged it into the wall outlet in my kitchen, directly across from the counter where I prep Leo's weekly pill box. For $250, I had my evidence. The following Friday, I recorded myself carefully packing the medication. I left the camera running. When David came to pick Leo up, I asked him to grab a water bottle from the kitchen. As I distracted Leo in the living room, the camera caught it all. David walked into the kitchen, looked around, and then quickly and efficiently swapped the real pills in the weekend slots with identical-looking capsules from his pocket. The emergency court hearing was 2 days later. My lawyer didn't even give an opening statement. He just played the video. You could see David's calm, deliberate actions on the 40-inch courtroom monitor. He looked up at the screen, his face turning white. He started shouting about Big Pharma and how I was poisoning our son. The judge ordered him removed. My son is healthy now, he's thriving, but the scar is still there. Every morning when I give him his pill, he looks at me and asks, "Is this the real one, Mom?" And I have to swallow the lump in my throat and say, "Yes, baby, this is the one that keeps you